Welcome to Hauntcore Vault. If you are ready for horror tales, you are in the right place. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. I'd love to know where are you from and what time you are watching. Let's begin.
I live alone. Small one-bedroom apartment, top floor, end of the hall. It's not fancy, but it's mine. I'm careful. I lock the doors, windows too. I don't keep a spare key under the mat. So when I woke up last Thursday and found a USB drive sitting on my kitchen counter, I assumed I left it there. Except, I don't own a USB drive. It was one of those plain silver ones. No brand, no label. Just there, like it had always been there. I almost threw it away, but something about it made me pause. So I plugged it into my laptop, cautiously. It had one file, a video. No title, no metadata, just a timestamp. The footage starts in darkness. Then, slowly, a grainy, night vision-style image appears. It's me, lying in bed, sleeping. I stared at it, frozen, watched myself shift, breathe, roll over. There was no sound, just the faint hum of the camera. The footage runs for exactly 6 minutes and 12 seconds. Then, at the very end, I stop moving. Not like I'm awake, more like I sensed something. My breathing slows, and then, from the edge of the frame, a shadow moves. Just for a second, like someone stepped forward, just out of reach of the camera. I slammed the laptop shut. My front door was still locked, chain on, no signs of entry. I checked the windows, nothing. But when I opened the cabinet under the kitchen sink, I found food wrappers, an old water bottle, a blanket. Someone had been living there. That night, I didn't sleep. The next morning, the USB was gone. After I found the blanket and wrappers under the sink, I moved out. Same day. Didn't even finish packing. Just grabbed the essentials and left. I stayed with a friend for a few nights. Changed the locks, reported the break-in. Landlord didn't believe me. Said the space under the sink was too small for someone to hide in. But I know what I saw. I started sleeping better in the new place. No strange noises, no USBs. Until last night. When I came home from work, there was another flash drive, just sitting on the windowsill. Same silver casing. No label. I almost didn't check it. But I couldn't help myself. This one had a video too, titled u.moved.but.i.missed.mp4. My hands were shaking before I even pressed play. The video starts like the last one, me sleeping, same grainy night vision. But this wasn't footage from the old apartment. This was from here. I watched myself roll over the same way I always do. The clock on the nightstand said 3:19 a.m. But around the 2-minute mark, something changed. I wasn't alone in the frame anymore. There was another person, standing near the foot of the bed. Just standing there, facing me. They didn't move, didn't speak. Just stood there for 7 full minutes. And then, right before the video cuts to black, they looked directly at the camera, like they knew exactly where it was. I haven't shown anyone this footage. I haven't called the police, because there's something worse than seeing that person in the video. Last night, at 3:19 a.m., I woke up, and I was already sitting up, like I had been awake for a while. And on the floor beside my bed was a second pillow. I didn't sleep after I found the pillow. Didn't touch it, didn't move it. I just stared at it. It was identical to mine. Same brand, same fabric. The tag was torn off, like it had been used before. That day, I tore the place apart. Checked vents, under the bed, every closet. Nothing. No sign of anyone. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Not metaphorically. I mean literally. That night, I left all the lights on. Didn't sleep, just sat up with a kitchen knife and my phone camera pointed at the hallway. Around 2:40 a.m., I started hearing faint noises from the living room, like someone lightly brushing fabric or breathing. I crept out and found nothing. But when I came back to the bedroom, there was another USB sitting neatly on my pillow. No sound, no footsteps, just the drive, waiting. This one had a file name, not a date, not a timestamp, just wake up _ my full name. I didn't want to play it, but I did. The video starts in darkness. Then, slowly, it fades in. It's my apartment, but the angle's different. It's not from the camera I set up. It's from inside the wall, behind the air vent looking out at me sleeping. I watch myself roll over, then sit up, just like the night before. But in the video, I don't sit up on my own. A hand reaches out from behind the headboard. It lifts me upright, and I don't react, like I'm already under. Then the camera zooms, just slightly, and I hear something. A whisper, not picked up by my mic, not from the room. It's in the file. One word. Stay. I paused the video, took the USB out, smashed it with a hammer. That was 3 nights ago. But tonight, when I got home, all the drawers were open. My phone was gone, and on my laptop screen, even though it was powered off, in the black reflection, I swear I saw someone behind me. I turned around. Nothing. But now there's one last USB sitting on my keyboard, labeled finalnight.mp4. I haven't opened it. I'm not going to. But whatever it shows, I think it's already happening.
I've always been a night owl. My routine is simple. Finish work, brush my teeth, wash my face, go to bed. I don't really think about it. Same steps, same mirror, same bathroom light buzzing softly overhead. But about a month ago, something started feeling off. I'd look up from rinsing my mouth, and I'd get this momentary sense that the reflection wasn't quite right. Not dramatically, just a split second out of sync. I thought maybe I was just tired, or imagining it. Until one night, I watched it closely. I stared straight into the mirror and smiled. And I swear to God, my reflection smiled first. It wasn't even subtle. The corners of its mouth pulled up before I even moved. I jumped back so fast I knocked over the toothbrush holder. I stood there, breathing heavy, staring into the mirror like it owed me an explanation. But it was normal again, perfectly synced. I didn't tell anyone. I figured it had to be stress or sleep deprivation. But the next time I brushed my teeth, I tried again. Another smile. And again, the reflection smiled first. Just a little too early. Just long enough for me to know it wasn't me. I started avoiding the mirror, brushing my teeth in the kitchen, washing my face in the dark. A few nights ago, my friend stayed over. We'd been watching movies, and he got up to use the bathroom. When he came back, he looked weird, pale, quiet. I asked if he was okay. He just said, "Your mirror's broken." I laughed. "What do you mean?" He looked me dead in the eye and said, "I turned to leave, and my reflection didn't. I've covered the mirror now, haven't uncovered it in days, but sometimes, late at night, I swear I can hear it, scratching, from the other side of the glass." I kept the mirror covered for 4 days, just a plain white sheet taped at the corners. I didn't want to see it. I barely slept, but I felt safer. Until last night. I came home late. The apartment was quiet, dark. I went to the bathroom out of habit, not thinking, and the sheet was on the floor. Taped corners still intact, but the whole thing pulled down, neatly folded, sitting on the sink, like it wanted me to look. So I did. I stood in front of the mirror, my heart pounding, waiting for something to move. But there was nothing. The mirror was there, but I wasn't. No reflection, just the empty bathroom. Same tile, same lights, but no me.
I moved side to side. Nothing. I waved my hand. Nothing. Like I'd been erased. Then, just as I started to back away, the reflection came back. But it didn't match me. I was frozen in place. But it was smiling. Not just a twitch, a full, slow grin. I turned and ran. Didn't look back. This morning, I taped the mirror again. Duct tape this time. I even pushed the dresser in front of it. But while I was making coffee, I checked my phone. Front camera was open. Just a single photo on the screen. Me, sleeping, with the mirror in the background, and someone else looking out from inside it. I didn't take that selfie. My phone was locked when I went to bed. Face down, no timer, no front cam app open. But somehow, when I woke up, it was on my screen. Me, asleep, and behind me, in the mirror, something watching. It wasn't just off. It wasn't just me smiling early or moving late. It wasn't me at all. The head was tilted at the wrong angle. The eyes were too wide. The smile stretched too far. I turned and ran, didn't look back. This morning, I taped the mirror again, duct tape this time. I even pushed the dresser in front of it. But while I was making coffee, I checked my phone. Front camera was open. Just a single photo on the screen. Me, sleeping, with the mirror in the background, and someone else looking out from inside it. I didn't take that selfie. My phone was locked when I went to bed. Face down, no timer, no front cam app open. But somehow, when I woke up, it was on my screen. Me, asleep, and behind me, in the mirror, something watching. It wasn't just off. It wasn't just me smiling early or moving late. It wasn't me at all. The head was tilted at the wrong angle. The eyes were too wide. The smile stretched too far. I deleted the photo, threw my phone across the room, didn't sleep. That night, I started hearing the mirror again, scratching, not random anymore, rhythmic, like tapping, like fingers. 5 taps, pause, 5 taps, pause, like it was waiting for something. Last night, I moved the dresser away. I don't know why. I think I needed to see it, needed to know if I was losing my mind, or if it was real. The sheet was still duct taped up, but there was an outline behind it, a faint shadow, a human shape, standing still. I backed away, turned off the light, and then, I swear this is true, the sheet lifted on its own. Just a corner, just enough. And a hand reached out, pale, thin, fingers first. It didn't come through, not fully. It just held the edge of the mirror, waiting. I ran. I left the apartment, stayed at a hotel, came back this morning with a crowbar. I was going to smash the mirror. But when I got here, it was gone. The mirror, the frame, the wall behind it was sealed shut, like there was never anything there. But now, every reflective surface in this place, my phone screen, my laptop, even the toaster, lags when I look into it. And sometimes, I see my reflection still smiling after I've stopped. I think I let it in. And now, it's learning how to be me.
I don't usually carry cash, so I don't open my wallet that often, just for my card, mostly. But last week, I pulled it out at the grocery store and noticed something strange. Tucked behind my ID, folded in half, was a small piece of lined paper. No logo, no watermarks, just torn from a notebook. I opened it up. It said, "You're being watched." That would have been creepy enough, but it was in my handwriting. Same sharp E's, same lowercase r that curves a little too much. Even the pressure on the strokes, like I'd pressed hard out of habit.
I stared at it for a full minute, just trying to remember if I'd written it as a joke. Left it for myself during a stressful week, maybe? But I couldn't. I don't remember writing it. I don't remember putting it in there. The worst part? It felt like a warning, but not from someone else. Like it came from me. I tried to laugh it off, toss the note in the trash. But that night, I checked my online bank statement, just trying to settle my nerves. That's when I noticed a transaction I didn't recognize. $4.50, Brew House Coffee, 10:46 a.m. A place I've never been, just 2 blocks from my apartment. I Googled it. It's real. I checked the timestamp against my calendar. That same morning, I was at home, working, logged into Zoom. I didn't leave. And yet, the charge went through on my card. Same last 4 digits, same digital receipt. And the signature at the bottom was mine. Again, not a forgery. Mine. Same handwriting, same pen stroke. I started having this sick thought. What if I did go? What if I went, ordered a drink, signed my name, and just forgot? But I checked my phone's GPS history. It never left the apartment that day. The kicker? I walked by the coffee shop the next morning just to see. As I passed the window, one of the baristas looked up and waved at me. I didn't wave back. I just kept walking. When I got home, my wallet was sitting on my bed. I hadn't left it there. Inside was a new note, folded, same handwriting. It said, "Stop asking questions. You're not supposed to know."
I started getting wrong number texts about 2 weeks ago. Harmless stuff at first. "Hey, is this Mark? You coming tonight?" I didn't think much of it. I'd just reply, "Wrong number," or ignore them altogether. But then the messages got weirder. One night, around 11 p.m., I got this text. "Is this the girl in the blue hoodie next to the broken lamp?" And that's exactly what I was wearing. I looked around my apartment. The lamp by the couch had a cracked base. I knocked it over last week. I replied, "Who is this?" No answer. A few minutes later, another message. "Sorry, wrong number." I blocked it. The next night, a new number. "You moved the plant." I had, just an hour before. This time, I didn't respond. I started to wonder if someone had hacked my phone. So I covered the laptop camera, turned off the smart TV, checked every app, every permission. Nothing looked off. The next message came 2 days later. "You should smile more. You look sad tonight." I threw my phone across the room. I live alone. Curtains closed, no cameras inside. At least, not that I installed. Then, this morning, a package showed up. No return address. Inside was a cheap burner phone, brand new, still in the plastic. Taped to the screen was a sticky note. "Use this now. Yours isn't safe." I turned it on. Just one message in the inbox. No sender ID. "We like watching you, but the other one, the one who looks like you, isn't supposed to see us." I looked at myself in the mirror. I don't know why, but I felt like it wasn't me looking back. A few seconds later, the burner phone buzzed again. Too late. I smashed the burner phone that same night. I didn't care who sent it. I just knew, if they could see me somehow, I didn't want to give them another screen. I unplugged everything, router, TV, laptop, taped over every lens. For 48 hours, nothing. And then, yesterday, my regular phone lit up again. A number I didn't recognize. No name, no area code. Just, "You're blinking too much. Are you nervous?" I hadn't touched my phone in hours. It was sitting face down on my desk. But I was blinking. I had been. I didn't respond. The next one came 30 seconds later. "You breathe heavier when you're lying."
I deleted the conversation, shut the phone off. But this morning, when I turned it back on, I saw a draft message I never typed. Just 3 words sitting in my outgoing messages. Let her out. I don't know who her is, but the phone had typed it while I was sleeping. And when I opened the front-facing camera, for a full second the image glitched. Not a digital glitch, like visually wrong. My reflection smiled before I did. Then I got a new message from a number that looked like my own. Same digits, but the area code was reversed. The message just said, "You were never supposed to notice." And then, "She's watching you now, just like you watched her." I'm starting to think I'm not the one being copied. I think I'm the copy. And whatever's watching me, it's waiting for me to figure it out. Because when I do, it gets to take my place. Last night, I did something stupid. I set up a camera, just an old webcam, taped it to the wall facing my bed. I wanted proof, not to share, not to post, just for me. I told myself I'd sleep better knowing I wasn't being watched. But I woke up at 3:12 a.m., cold, sitting upright on the edge of my bed. Not because of a nightmare, because I could hear whispering. Not outside, not in the hallway, from inside my closet. But when I opened it, nothing. Clothes, a few boxes, silence. I checked the webcam footage this morning. It recorded all night. And around 2:44 a.m., the screen flickers, just for a second. Then I see myself, still sleeping, still breathing. And another me steps into the frame. She walks in from the left, from behind the closet door. Same hair, same hoodie, except her face is wrong. Her mouth doesn't move when she breathes. Her eyes are open too wide. She just stands there, over me, watching. Then, at exactly 3 a.m., I sit up. But both of us do. The one on the bed and the one standing beside it. And for 2 full seconds, we both turn and stare directly into the camera. I paused the footage right there. Haven't touched it since. But just now, I looked in the mirror. There's a mark on my neck, right beneath the jawline. Small, pale, like a seam. Like something was unzipped and zipped back up. And now, when I get a text, it's no longer from an unknown number. It's from my own. Just now I got one. It says, "Thank you for letting her in." Then another, "You can rest now. She remembers everything."